In a universe where life does not end at death, we explore the infinite possibilities forged by our very minds. Welcome to our Arthadian anthologies. Greetings, fellow travelers and storytellers. Welcome to a Reborn in Power series featuring two of Evemore's chosen. One of the Dusk, and one of the Dawn. And the most climactic clash the core realms has ever seen. Follow along as we dive into the conflict that curses the realm of Evemore and her children. William Soar, we return to you. As you look off into the desert dunes of Huvero, looking towards where you saw a flicker of light, but it is now gone. And Arcasia looks to you and says, William, you alright?
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, I thought I saw something, but must be nothing. Let's go. We have a lot of work to do.
Yes. And you go to the pillar transport, where you see it's kind of glowing, and there are mages there. And Arcasia walks into it. You as well. And you return to Anesso, to the ring of Anesso. As you return, you and Arcasia, Archmage Arcasia, head back to the Archmage's now fortress. As you return there, she kind of escorts you inside, and you see outside is Lucian. He's like, you're back. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Are the other two in there?
Not currently, no.
Alright, we can wait.
How was the trip over? How was Iuda?
I think I made a good impression. Gonna look over at Arcasia to confirm that.
Yes, Iuda seems to like William. And she might be sending some of her own forces to help us with this battle, this threat, this Excantor.
We do need to eventually head over to speak to those of the Quexian Theocracy, though.
Yes, that is our next plan. Our next directive. But for now, I think we should, maybe we should call your bond.
Of course.
And you go to your codex and you go to contact Ariel. And as you go and Hi.
Hey, I got some good news.
What is it?
I was able to make a good impression upon Empress Ayuda, and she's willing to send some forces to help out. The only caveat that we have, though, is that we also need to get the Quexine Theocracy on board, which we'll be heading over to sooner than later.
Okay.
But she has a favorable outlook towards us. How's everything going on your end?
Right now, Vir Enzok has actually gathered many of the elite plasmatic knights, and they are sending forces from several colonies to the Runicore, and we are going to be making the offensive, actually heading over to the rescue up on the next mark. So, within 24 hours.
Then we'll get right on to speaking with the Quexine Theocracy then. See if we can get them on board in time.
And she nods and is like, have you seen Thadian?
Not too recently, no. Why, is everything alright with him?
He's been rather quiet. I don't know. Yeah, he's been just rather quiet. Something's probably bothering him. I'm not sure. Can you talk to him?
Yeah.
It's been difficult.
I'll see what's the matter with him.
All right. And as she goes and hangs up, it disappears. And you see that Arcasia was listening in. It's like, if you would like, you may go and see your son. I'm gonna wait until Ruthane comes.
All right. I'll head back here as soon as I can, but I'm gonna go check in on him.
And she nods. And you begin to head out. You head back to your estate. Upon reaching the gates, you hear in your head, "Welcome back, Master."
It's good to be back. Is my son in there?
Currently, yes.
Good. Okay. Thank you. How's everything going on your end? No threats of any kind?
No threats, unless you wish for me to expand.
Not as of yet.
When will I get to expand? I'm getting anxious.
I can sympathize with that. Depending on how this battle goes and what we might need, I'll let you know, but sooner than later. I really do appreciate you looking out for me and my family. I know you want to grow and expand. And I do apologize for being hesitant towards the idea of it. It's, when I'm not in control of what my own property is, it could be a scary thought. I think you would understand that.
Yes, of course.
Sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You enter inside. And you go... The Ritanium actually informs you of where he's at. Currently, he's inside the study.
Okay, then I shall head towards the study.
Okay, you go over to the study. The door opens up, and you see he's neck deep into some kind of research. And then you see he overhears the door open, and then he goes and slides everything to the side, and he looks back at you. He's like, "Oh, hello, Father."
Is everything alright? You definitely seem to be very busy.
Yeah, everything's alright. I'm working on some stuff. Can you please not tell Mother?
Of course. But, like, have you made some progress in runic abilities?
That's what I'm working on.
You want to surprise her once you find it, is that it?
It's my... It's my challenge to become a master forger.
Okay. I know you'll be able to do it. Very proud of you.
Actually, could you assist me with something?
Yeah, of course.
You walk over to him, and you see he pulls over the codexes. He's like, I thought you were Mother for a second.
No, you're good. You're still busy gathering all the forces.
And he looks over at all the stuff. He's like, how... I know you're like a master in your own right with the Ion Link. I'm trying to... I feel like there's a way to connect deeper runic abilities to what power forms we utilize. I don't know how to explain it.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but are you telling me you're attempting to combine the powers of my Ion Link and potentially store it within a rune?
In a way, yes.
Well, let me know what you need me to do.
It's more so like a... I don't know. Do you have any... I'm a rune forger myself, but I haven't gotten to really understand how Majin links work, Father.
A lot of it is tied to how you're feeling in general.
Go ahead and roll me a lore check.
$25.
You're not too familiar on the actual true history of the Majin Link. All you know is that it is the Majin Link because it is linked to Magenium in some manner. So it has some kind of divine aspects to it.
But I don't know like the origins of how like different links came to be.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you can...
I just remember the first time I activated mine, it was like I had like there was like an emotional like moment of like fight or flight.
Mm-hmm.
That like you kind of earn it at a certain point. But yeah, but I'm not too sure on the origins. Okay. Yeah, I can work with that. Yeah. Okay. Well, I do wish I was more knowledgeable on this, but they're all Majin links are meant to be a connection to Magenium herself. To how they became different ones and created her family lineages, I do not know. But when the time came for me to use it for the first time, I had to defend myself. And from then on, I just learned to harness it. Tell me, do you remember when you first were able to use a rune?
Yeah, I remember that, but I feel like rune forging and the links are different.
And of course they are. but they still require intention. There's still some passion within it.
You said that they are linked to Megenium herself?
Yes, they're extensions of her.
Maybe I should study more about that.
You can, and maybe help the research. If I speak with her again, I can ask.
Do you think maybe the Archmages would know?
There's a good chance, yes. I can speak to any one of them and see what information I can gather for you.
Okay.
And I'll send it over your way. I do have to go back to them soon, anyways.
You're going back to them?
Well, I mean,
yeah.
When I was talking to Arcadia, I was going to.
Yeah.
You're playing
no,
Stadion.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. Sorry, I thought that was a meta question. Yes. The attack's going to be happening sooner, and we were able to gain some allies with Empress Ayuda, but now we just need to convince the Quexian Theocracy.
The Quexian Theocracy. Can I join you?
Normally, I would say yes, but even though I may have a good foundation with a good amount of them because of my reputation and with my knowing of Hyteren, there is still some that may attempt to assassinate me.
Well, then that's even more reason why I should come with you. To protect you. Father, I've trained harder. My mind, my body, my forms. I can hold my own now. You don't have to worry about me.
You know, I always be concerned because you're my son.
Yes,
but I do believe you. If you wish to accompany me, given these dangers, I am for it. Okay?
I won't fall unconscious like I did before. I promise.
I know. I'll pat him on the shoulder. You ready to head out, or do you need to finish your studying?
No, I think, and he grabs the codex, is like, I think I'll just take notes while we're out.
Of course. Yes, I bet, Archmage Arcasia can give you a good amount of info.
And he nods. Sounds good.
Okay, then we can start heading out, but I'm going to send a message to Arcasia to let her know that, hey, I'm bringing my son, not just along for this, but to go in case any of the other Archmages are around.
Okay.
So, don't want to be caught off guard, just me bring my son over.
You send that message, and she sends a thumbs up.
Emojis.
A thumbs up and a winky face.
What does that mean?
As you head back to the Archmage's fortress, I'd like you to roll me a discipline check.
Disciples will.
Not 2d12. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, no, this is William. This isn't Cyron. No, I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. $31. I got a crit and a nat 1.
One of those, huh?
Yeah.
31. As you're walking along, heading to the Archmage's fortress near the Arcus Academy, you feel this weird feeling of like a pulse through you, and then it subsides. And then you hear William. Sorry. William. Sorry. And your vision begins to close in to black for a moment, slowing you down. Thadian, you hear Thadian say, "Are you okay, Father?" And then your vision comes back to.
And my vision just goes back. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm all right. I believe one of Evemore's darker children just attempted to contact me.
What do you mean?
Well, as you are aware, I have chosen Evemore as my goddess.
Yeah.
Within the culture and tradition. And I do know a good amount of this because I've already talked to Sargon about this stuff before, and I've been aware of the other rumors. So yeah. I would know this. I just want to make sure I'm not being too meta here. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Gotta pay respect to the character, you know?
You don't know anything about...
Yeah, no. I know what I do and don't know about that, okay?
Yeah.
Evemore goes through different phases and cycles. And she has children to represent those ones. And if I'm correct, I believe it's 4 that are more in the light, 4 more that are in the dark. And what happens is when she goes through when she switches to her seasons, there's this fight, there's the struggle that she goes through. And whichever side wins is the one that she'll remain in. There's the light and the dark, the dawn and the dusk. I'm convinced that this dusk will be on its way sooner than later. As to why these entities are trying to contact me, I do not know. Maybe it's because I've already been touched by the other entities. But I am concerned for her, but there's much more that we already need to work on.
Yes.
But hey, I'll be okay. And remember, you're looking out for me anyway, right?
I am. Not to worry.
Mm-hmm. So if I end up unconscious, it'll be your turn to get me out of there.
He nods to you. You return to the Archmage's fortress. The doors open up for you, and you see Lucien is inside the main lobby area where you see a large table across. Almost looks like a dining table, and you see chandeliers hanging from the top. There is the Castel banners all hanging across of the different castels. And you see Lucien looks over welcome, Thadian Sor, Rune Forger, and he bows. I should be the one bowing. Thank you, Archmage, for allowing me to come. Not to worry. Any son of Thadian is a son to...
Good son of Thadian.
Son of William is a son of all Archaeans. And he's thank you. I appreciate it. And come in. Take a seat. Arceus is in the other room with Ruthane.
Have they been caught up on the situation?
Ruthane is... Arceus has cut Ruthane up. Seems as though Igna is not going to be joining us. But she will be joining us in the big fight. Do not Do not worry.
Say, out of all Arcines, Igna is the only one that I'm aware of that cannot resist a fight.
That is true. That is true. And I'm sure she's going to be bringing all her pyromaniacs.
Oh, those ex-Cantorites have a lot to fear.
They do indeed. And as you guys begin to kind of like sit down and go into the lounge area, Arcasia and Ruthane come out. Ruthane steps inside, and you see Thadian stands up and bows, and he looks up and like, pleasure to meet you both, Archmages. Ruthane just nods. Arcasia so is like, so this is Thadian Soar. And she comes over, is like, well, it is a pleasure to meet you. And she's like, you have your father's looks.
Okay, I'm just gonna have like a slight little smile and grin, but like my actual face is giving you a what the fuck are you doing? Can't get me, she's gonna go for my son. Are you serious?
And Ruthane looks over at you, and you can see from his posture, just his the aura that he gives off is one of, are you ready?
I'll just give him like a confident nod.
Okay. And Arcasia's like, all right, we're going to be heading out right now to the Quexian Theocracy. We have informed them of our arrival, so the church is prepared for us.
That's great.
But before we go, one thing to note. We must all have a link to Magenium in some manner. I take it to everyone here has a Magin link, and Thadian is like, oh, a Magin link? I haven't. And Ruthane steps forward, is like, and looks over at you, and you get the sense from him, like he's questioning why you have not helped your son manifest his link.
Okay, based on my own like knowledge and stuff, how long do I think it would take me for him to manifest it? Like, I believe he's powerful enough to do so if he really tried to, but I feel like this is definitely more of a spiritual thing. So I feel like that would take a while.
You're not entirely sure how long it might take him. But you do know that he is, because he's a rune forger, he's very much in touch with all of his energies within him. So there's a chance that he could actually manifest it quicker than others. And because you are an Ion Link mage, perhaps the Ion Link might be his go-to. His best chance at manifesting something.
And I am aware he's trying to like work on somehow fusing that.
Yes.
So I'm gonna look. I mean, this is just like the Archmage like house thing. It's not like Ruthane's particularly or any of those. I want to see if I can go to like one of like the more meditating mats over there.
Okay.
I want to see if I can actually get this out.
Of Thadian?
Of Thadian, yes.
Okay. Are you gonna pull him along, or what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna give the look to like Ruthane to be like, I'm gonna like see if I can get this right now before we head out.
He nods, and he looks over towards Lucian, and Lucian is like, "I'll help out."
Yeah, that sounds good. Yep.
Without any
hesitation. Yep.
He comes over, and Lucian's like, "So, Thadian, you haven't connected to Neum at all." And Thadian's like, "Neum, the goddess of elements." Like, yes. So Neum is the one that grants the Majin links to all Archaeans. You, in particular, will probably have a higher affinity towards your father's link, so Ion link. The way you manifest it is through a prayer. The reason why we must all have this link to go to the Quexian theocracy is because they are very religious. They want to make sure that we are all touched by the goddess Neum in some form or manner. They do not allow those who are not touched by her to enter. And he's like, okay, this will be a good experiment to see if I can do so, and I'll do what I can. All right. Shall we go to the meditation area? And you guys go over to this like chamber where you see a bunch of mats, and there are actual other mages inside here that are also meditating. They're on their knees, and it's almost like a prayer. But they're not putting their hands together or anything like that. They have their hands on their knees and seem to be have their head down. Please get in the same position as the others here. And being a rune forger yourself, we need you to seek out the Majin energy within you. Seek it out to a point where it begins to overflow within you, but keep it within you. Harness it. And then when you do so, or if you can find the spark or something like that, and he motions towards you.
To like continue discussion. You'll feel a pulse, almost as if your heart's racing for a bit. The glow you'll feel on your arm, and you'll be ready to release it. But remember, it's an extension of you and a connection to Magenium.
Right.
It is something you cannot force. It's something you must feel within.
All right. As you see, he begins to meditate. His eyes close. And I'd like you... You don't have the energy knowledge, do you?
I do not.
Go ahead and roll me a straight will.
Ooh, 14.
As you see, he closes his eyes, and the energy begins to flow through him. You can sense a buildup of energy through him, and Lucian is like, William, your son is powerful. And suddenly you see this arcs of electricity begin to flow through him. And you see his eyes closing, clenching tight. And then you see Ruthane come into the room, and he watches closely. And as this is happening, the electricity continues to arc through up to his head, and then it's almost as if he begins to emit this essence from his body. And the mages inside the room, they all open their eyes and then look over towards him. And he suddenly, these arcs of lightning begin to arc out. I would like you to you see the arcs of lightning beginning to arc out, almost like they're going to hit.
Like, exactly, hit some stuff, because he's just, like, getting the ability, yeah.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. Is there a way that I can redirect the lightning he might shoot out? Or should I say, like, diffuse it?
You can put a charged current somewhere.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So you go up and you press a few walls as the lightning arcs straight to those charged currents, and then you see just a bolt of electricity shines straight up his arm. Actually, both of his arms. And then his eyes open. And you see the lightning bolts across his arms look like the Ion Link. And he's like, what happened?
Take a look at your arms.
And as he looks at them, he's like, wow. Lucian's like, you have manifested a Majin Link. Specifically Ion Link, but congratulations. I saw something. Like a female figure of some kind. That might have been Neil. Okay. And Ruthane steps forward. Shall we go?
Yes. Let's head out. As my son walks up, I'm going to give him like a shoulder hug kind of thing. Like, hey, you did some good work.
And you, he's like, that was a different experience altogether from rune forging. But now I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it.
If you ever want to train with me, let me know. I'll be more than happy to teach you.
He nods. And you guys head out of the fortress. Return to the pillar transport. And that's where we'll end the session. A shorter one.
Mm-hmm.
But since next time was going to be more for the...
Yeah, a lot of stuff's going down, I'm assuming.
going to the Cruxian Theocracy, I have to be prepared for that one.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah, what'd you think? What'd you think?
Well, it was definitely good to play William again, because I think it's been like about a month.
Yeah.
And I've been doing like Siron sessions back to back to back.
Yep.
Definitely felt good for my son to manifest his Ion Link. So I do enjoy that. I'm still worried about potential assassins coming after us in the Quaxine Theocracy. Don't really like the way Arcasi's looking at my kid. And I mean, I guess one thing for like William, which is kind of tough for him to admit, is that, he wasn't really there with the family because he's, trying to be an elite plasmatic knight. He was working his way up the entire time. So there's many things I missed, and there's certain cultural things with Archaea and Meganium that I completely missed out on to provide for him that I should have. So, Ruthane giving me that look was like, yeah, I should have done this, So, like, that's in the back of my mind right now.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing that he at least has that, I can try to do what I can and share the moments that he gets it. And then maybe I can use this as a step forward to train with him and do stuff. And maybe this will also help him, given the perspective he needs to not only get more attached to Neum and Meganium, but also maybe figure out his Master Runeforger test that he has to do. So the fact that I was there for that at least is a start to making up for it. So I think this was like a necessary thing that needed to happen.
Gosh. Everyone, this is so good. Because I'm just thinking about the last William session. When you...
Oh, yeah. Again, because, like, he technically wouldn't know.
Yeah. He
True.
know.
Yeah.
And you don't know either.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I wasn't, like, doing the thing.
Yeah.
Wait, question. If I wouldn't have known, though, wouldn't that mean I would have just went there again?
It was gone. The light was gone.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. True. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that. Because I'll say, oh, well,
the light was there, and then you just kept seeing the light there. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah.
But then the light was gone.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
You're like, maybe it was something I saw.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Well, thank you everyone for listening for another William session, and we'll do another William session next week, and then Siren will come back.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, if death comes to you, all
may you be
reborn in power. End credits. I thank you for listening to Dusk vs. Dawn. With each entry, we explore deeper aspects of the turmoil within the core realms. I hope you are listening carefully as we get closer to the climax of Evemore's will. Also, if you want to be reborn yourself, you can subscribe as a Chosen to access Chosen creation and exclusive Codex entries. Until next time, travelers, be safe, stay safe, and if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.